Now, that being said, I am now going to present to you these amazing women. I'm going to bring on our first speaker today. This speaker is a beautiful woman. You've probably seen her on social media. If you haven't, you have to go and follow her. Her story is such a great story. I love the perspective of her story. She actually originally came from the corporate world. So she was in the corporate world. She was climbing that corporate ladder like East Coast style, guys. And she'll tell you her story. And, I think it was that phrase that says preparation met opportunity. And she had been working to achieve her corporate goals her whole life. And she realized that it just wasn't working for her. And then that's when the opportunity presented itself to her, and she ran with it. So I want to bring her to the line. She's going to share with you her awesome story. She is an Elite 3, Platinum Black 1. She comes originally from the East Coast, from Baltimore, now living with and raising her family here in Hawaii. I know this because she is my sister-in-law, and I'm so happy to bring her to the line right now. I'd like to present to you Yasmin Pascua. How you doing, Yasmin?
Hi, everyone. Hello. Aloha. Hi, Brandy. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. You guys, it's 6 a.m. here, and I'm already, so fired up and excited just from what Brandy said. I'm ready to go this Saturday. Like Brandy said, I'm coming to you guys from Hawaii, but I'm an East Coaster. I've lived now here in Hawaii for almost 7 years. I'm a mom and I'm a wife, and I got started in this industry about 9.5 years ago. But prior to that, like Brandy mentioned, I had been in the corporate world, and I did all the traditional things that I knew to create success, go to college, get the job. I was moving up the corporate ladder. I even got my MBA. And then literally one day it hit me. And I realized I wanted to have a family. I wanted to have a husband, a son, kids. I didn't have that yet. And the direction that I was going in would actually take me away from the family I wanted, but the life that I wanted to have with my family. And I knew I knew that I wanted to have a career, have significant income, but also be home and have the freedom. And I, at the time, actually had role models that I saw that were doing that. And I saw that they could do it, and I was like, I want that. I want that for me, and I want to set my life up to be that way. And that was the moment that I became open, and I started to have this desire within me to figure this out and to create that life. And that's when I finally became open to this whole world of opportunity and network marketing. I had literally been so closed off to it for so long. So many people would approach me, and I just didn't know anything about it, to be honest. But I was like, no way, I'll never do that. It just went everything against what I knew to be success. But it was at that time that I was finally open to it. And I started my network marketing journey. I did that. So I had my corporate job for about 1.5, 2 years till I built up my network marketing income that I was finally able to leave the corporate job. But during those 1.5, 2 years, I built my business in my lunch break. That's my favorite thing to tell people. It's if you just have that lunch break, that hour, that 30 minutes, hour that you get, that's what I did. So I would do it during my lunch break, even on the evenings if I had time, or the weekends. And that was actually a really great first-time experience with my first company. And I got to a point in that company that I knew there had to be another better way. I wanted to create a new life. And I had been with that company for almost 3 years, but I was doing all the traditional things like the home parties. My business was based on how many home parties I was going to host in a week and in a month. I remember my business planning sessions were wrapped around that. How many home parties, how many events. We would have weekly events. I would be on 3-way calls, and it just started to become unsustainable for me. And I started envisioning a new life and a new freedom I wanted. And that's when I was introduced to this model here with social retail with Modere. that really, truly allows you to build from your phone and your computer anywhere in the world, right? That means you get to have location freedom. And that was a new life that I had really been desiring, because now at this point, I did have my husband, and I finally had that baby that I wanted, and we moved to Hawaii, and we were always traveling and going back and forth, because I'm from the East Coast. And this model really, has just done so much for me. It has literally exceeded my expectations. And it's just been such the greatest opportunity to contribute to this amazing lifestyle that I've had. I've been now here with Modere for 6.5 years, and, I get to go back and forth. I get to take my husband and my son with me, and we get to go spend time with my family on the East Coast. I'm actually headed there next week, right before our cruise that we're all going on. I can't wait for that. And, I get to be with them. I get to be with them all the time, and I get to travel the world, and I, have an income that contributes to our household in a very significant way. And one of my biggest dreams, you guys, that I was finally able to do because of this business is we built our home in Hawaii. And it has literally been a dream come true. Literally, I envision this home, and it overlooks the Hawaiian Ocean, you guys. It's in the most beautiful place on the island of Oahu, and it's just been such an awesome journey and ride. And along the way, we've had so many other amazing women join this business, and I always say, we have this dream team of just incredible women being able to do things to change things for their family and for their lives. So I want to just take a couple minutes now and just, share some really important tips I think is going to help anybody that's here on the line, whether you're brand new, maybe you've been here for a while, maybe you're relaunching your business, because like Brandy said, it is literally the best time in Modere. This is my favorite time of the year, and it really has already started. It gears up in October, and we're coming into November, and no one in the industry does Black November like Modere. This is my 7th one, and it gets better and better every single time. So now's the opportunity. This is a huge opportunity for all of us to really, like Brandy said, plug in and dial into what's happening, because this could be your biggest month. Okay, this is the month where you could make your biggest check, a good check that's really, going to set you up for what this holiday season, shopping season is what I like to call it, spending season, where a lot of people go into debt, and that doesn't have to be the case for you. So I want to just give you some really quick, simple tips, and it really comes back to, I always bring it back to when I first got started. And I talked about earlier that lunch break and how I built my business, because listen, we all are busy. We all have so much going on. We all wear a million hats, and we are all in this rat race of life and pulled in a million directions. And so it's really actually simple what to do. And what I tell the newest person to do is no different than what I do, or what Brandy, or even the other ladies like Lisa and Margie that you're going to hear from. It's really the basics that matter. And I know for some people they're like, what? That's it? It's really that simple, because it's not about how much time you have. It's about what you do with the time that you have. So all you got to do is decide, I'm going to make the time, right? I'm going to make the time to do these really simple activities that I'm going to show you, because another one of my favorite things to say is when you do these simple activities, and these are the simple activities that move the business forward each day. So whether you have 30 minutes, you have an hour, when you do these simple activities, it's the consistency over time of these activities that compound into massive results. And I always like to express the massive part, okay? Not just results, but literally over time, right? In a year, in 2 years, it's crazy what, if you just do these simple things, what it can do for you and for your business and for your life. So get your pen. If you haven't gotten your pen and papers out yet, definitely do that now. So I'm going to give you guys some 5 key activities. So the first is 5 invites every single day. So just if you can block out your 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes, 5 invites. And that can be a combination of 3 product invites to take a look at the products and 2 business invites. So 2 people to take a look at social retail. Then the second one would be 5 follow-ups. So following up with people, following up with customers, prospects, anybody that you have in your funnel. When you're doing the inviting part, you're creating a lot of people in your funnel. And then the step 2 of following up is following up with all those people in your funnel. And then number 3 is adding 5 friends a day and having 5 conversations. So we always have to be expanding our network. And I always say that we have such a powerful tool in front of us, which is social media. And we are connected to billions of people around the world, like literally billions, just through our phone. And so you want to treat social media like it's a networking opportunity. Like when you hit that Facebook button on your phone, you're going to your networking hour. So who are 5 people you can add every single day to your network? And then having the conversations, right? Just regular conversations that eventually can lead to the invite. And then the next one is a piece of content. So talking either about product or business, whether it's in your stories, you can do reels, you can post on your wall. I like to do at least a product story every single day, just talking about products. That's where people love to consume content, is in your stories. And then lastly, referrals. So whether it's a referral post or somebody within your customer pod, or even just somebody that you know that refers business to you. Okay, so either combination. I love referral posts. Again, to me, I call the referral post, it's equivalent to a home party. It's like you get to show up on somebody else's wall and get exposed to their whole entire network. It's actually better than a home party because there's so many more people you can get connected to. And that's it, you guys. That's it. It's that simple. So you just plug it. You just take the time. You set aside the 30 minutes, an hour every single day, and you're going to see what this is going to do for your business, especially during this Black November time. So I'm excited for the season that we're going into right now. It's only great times ahead. It's exciting times ahead with Black November going into 2024. We got SRC. So it was so awesome to be here with you guys on this Saturday. I'm going to hand it back over to Brandy.
What an awesome